So let's start with purchasing module in Dynamics NAV systems. I'm using purchasing agent, role center, where I can find all necessary documents and cards in one place. Here I can also check some information about my open and closed purchase order. I have also my items and my vendors available directly on my role center. But before we start, we need to go to some settings. I will explain the place where you set up the whole purchase module in the system. This would be purchase and payables setup. Using this, you can set up some additional functions and some automations with the system. Let's start from discounting posting. With this option, you decide what kind of discounts will be posted on different accounts. System has two different types of discounts available, so we have invoice discount and line discount. If you choose all discounts in this option, system will use different accounts for each type of discount. It will use general posting setup. It will use GL accounts defined in here. So when we have a domestic vendor, system will use purchase discount accounts for invoice and for lines. So you can check or set up necessary accounts, and the system will use them if you choose this option. Purchase payables setup. So using no discounts, system will just calculate the discount and post it without it, and will not use different accounts. With all other options, system will use additional accounts for discounts posting. Receipt on invoice. With this option, you tell the system should it use and create automatically receipt when you use an invoice. I will show you this. So I will prepare purchase invoice. I'm not using purchase order, so this is an option connected with invoices. So I can choose my vendor. I will put some invoice number, and if I choose some items to buy, I will buy some chains for blue location 11. Now if I post it, system will create my receipt automatically. No, I can check this in item ledger entries. I will sort it with entry number. As you can see, we have a purchase entry type and a purchase receipt. If we navigate, we can even open and print receipt document. With the other options, purchase payables setup, when you turn that off, system will not create receipt and the invoice will be the receipt. So we will find the invoice entries in item ledger entries. So let's try this. Let's go to purchase invoices. I will quickly create new one with a different invoice number for an item. It can be any item on blue location. Now if we post it, and and we will check item ledger entries. You will find another entry type of purchase, but in this time we have document type of purchase invoice. Now if you use navigate, we will be able to open posted invoices and will not have receipt in the system. Let's switch to setup again. Purchase payable setup. The same is with return shipments on credit memos. So with this option, system will create return shipment automatically. If you turn that off, the credit memo will be warehouse document. Invoice rounding, when it's on, system will use invoice rounding that is defined in general ledger setup. We have invoice rounding precision in here. So we have 2 decimal places defined for this. Purchase payables setup again. Create item from item number gives you a hint when you want to choose an item, for example on purchase document. So let's try this one. I will open one of the existing orders and I will try to add an item that's not existing in the system. 111111. System cannot find it, but if I go further in the line, system will ask me if I want to create a new item card for this or select an existing item instead. And this is the option. Okay. Purchase payables. Copy vendor name to entries. With this, system will copy vendor name to vendor ledger entries, and all new entries will have this vendor name. I will just say OK, and if I check vendor ledger entries, I will have now my vendor name column. Without this option, we will have only vendor number. Of course, I can check my vendor name inside of it, but having this column makes easier to find the vendors. Purchase payables setup again. External document number mandatory means that system will need external document number when posting. So using purchase invoices, for example, I will open it, and this vendor invoice number is external document number after posting. So this number will be moved to external document number. If you click the option in the setup, system will need this number to be the document to be posted. And if I go to vendor ledger entries, I can find this document in external document number. This document number also goes to general ledger entries. Okay, so come back to our setup. Allow VAT difference means that on purchase documents you will be able to correct VAT amounts. I will just turn it on, and on purchase invoices, when you have a invoice, you go with statistics. In here, system will let you correct the VAT amount inside of it. I will tell more about discounts later in this course, so I will not deal with those two fields. Applying between currencies. In here, you can choose whether you can apply documents with different currencies. Using none, system will not let you do this. In European Monetary Union, all the currencies connected with them, you can apply, and using all, you can apply multiple currencies with each other.